Alright folks, welcome back to another Discord League cast. We have Fordream versus Neph, Crane versus Scorpion. Just gonna go ahead and alright, gonna let the players do their mulligans while I go over some deck lists real quick. So we have Fordream's deck with a very very interesting title, playing Crab or Scorpion / Crab, 3 Pathfinder's Blades, 2 Watch Commanders, not using his 10th influence. We see 3 Fate Worse Than Death, 2 Assassination, 3 Calling in Favors, 1 Censure, 2 Kachiko as the only conflict characters. This is very similar to what Noman plays. And then we see copy of Shrug. I hope that's Neph giving me a little bit of shade for copy of Test, which is what the Dragon players play. Playing the full event deck here with Test of Skill, Dragon Splash for 3 Let Go, 2 Fury. We have a Mono No RA. We have 41 cards, so gonna make fun of Neph for that. 2 Noble Sacks. Probably should just shave one and play 40 cards, just saying. And that's it. So let the players do their mulligans. This matchup is really important around Guest of Honor. We do see that Neph is playing Art of Peace also. One of the few Cranes that's playing Art of Peace. Alright, so we see Neph losing the die roll, buys Challenger 2 Fate. Really aggressive. I think I might have bought Challenger 3 Fate, but I guess he might be trying to buy Brass Samurai here. But if you buy Challenger 3 Fate, you can get Passing Fate. Challenger here is actually not even that good because of the favorable ground. Maybe consider buying Brass Samurai first. We see Brass Samurai being bought. I think Fordream might take Passing Fate here. Be really strong to deny Neph Passing Fate. Also, Brash Samurai, the effect is normally not that great with bringing Rumonger in play, but because the other character is Challenger, you might not see him move it. So we see Storehouse gets sacked. We see both players bid 5. We're gonna see the Scorpion use his box. Yo, what up, Mittens? Yo, Mittens, you wanna cast? So we see Brass Samurai runs into Pilgrimage. No problem, man. Yo, what up, Grody? Yeah, so Brass Samurai runs into Pilgrimage here. It is military, so Bonsai can threaten the break. If I'm Fordream, I'm not doing anything. Probably gonna see the Brass Samurai get activated. Interesting that we see a block here. We're gonna see a policy debate 2-1. Yeah, soldier token. Look, the real question is, if everyone is a mod, does that mean that nobody is? Yep, there's the policy debate. Both players bid 5. Neph has assassination, bonsai, censure for shame, I'll let go, steward, test, voice, and way. Pretty strong hand. Let go is actually pretty good against this version of Scorpion. They have more attachments than normal. Let's see how many Fordream is playing. Fordream is actually playing 10, right? So that's much higher than most. Hey, thanks for the bits, Lambers. Lambers Haspy. Pitches the steward, interesting. We probably won't see the move here from, yeah, Brash Hammer's not going to move. I wonder if we'll see an assassination now attempted on the Rumonger. So we see a way of the Scorpion. I wonder if he'll move this to the Challenger. Nope, chooses not to. I'll probably attempt the assassination here, even if it gets edicted. You know, you gotta get it out at some point. Looks like Neph's just gonna go for the conflict win to maybe work towards favor. Waiting on Neph to see if he wants to take his second conflict. He could try and scout here. The problem is if he runs into meditations and then gets fate worse than death, he's going to lose his challenger for, you know, he's going to go down on fate. Mittens, this is what Noman plays. Noman splashes exactly 3 Pathfinder's Blades, 2 Watch Commanders, 1 Reprieve. So Neph just stands for favor. Pretty strong, actually. So, flips Guest of Honor. Maybe guess 3 fate here. Yep, there she is. pretty strong. Interesting. Fordream gives up Passing Fate here. Both players bid 5. So, interesting. We see Edict come out on the way of the Crane. Maybe Neph should have waited to be in conflict with Guest of Honor. We do see the favorable ground also from Neph to be able to disengage Hero A. So we see Art of War being attacked here by Hero A. I wonder if we'll see a defense by the guest here. Neph does have 2 copies of Noble Sacrifice. So being able to dishonor this Hero A potentially and kill him with a Noble Sack would be very, very strong. If you defend Guest and he harpoons Challenger, you can just leave with Favorable Ground, and then you'll just have to win the conflict so you don't become Dishonored. Looks like we're gonna see a no defense by Neph, which means we're gonna see maybe a Challenger get harpooned here. With the no defense, I think you harpoon the Challenger for sure. Interesting. Neph's just gonna pass. He's not even breaking right now. We see the harpoon come in now. So we do see an assassination that we knew about on the Rumor Monger with 1 fate. So Fordream played the Edict on that way of the way of the Crane. Yeah, I personally don't like Art of Peace either, Mittens. But you know, Micah still uses it, and he's one of the best Crane players I know. So I can't say one way or the other whether it's bad or not. I personally don't like it, but I don't think it's not playable. I don't think it's unplayable. Oh, let me minimize this. Whoops. So we see a debate come out here. This time Neph 1 bids here. So let's see. He picked up a Fury, picked up a Court Games, picked up a Rival, another Steward, and 2 Voice of Honors. Those were the cards that he has drawn this turn. Probably is going to take Fury here if I had to guess. Discard's Rival, interesting. Okay, going for the long-term plan here. I wonder if we'll see a court games here to dishonor Hero now, with one of the Rumormongers firing. It really is going to matter, you know, the Rumormonger on... Oh, we see the Fury come out. Interesting. I think I might have court games here, but I guess you want to honor your characters. We're going to see a court games to honor his own character here. It's interesting that, that Neph let that policy debate go through. Oh wow, this is a big blunder from Fordream. He knew Neph had the censure, and he plays Fate Worse Than Death into it. That's definitely. Oh no, now Neph makes a mistake, so Fordream can pull Guest of Honor into the conflict now. Oh no, he didn't use it. Oh no, so very big misstep from Fordream there. So Neph could never have used his favorable ground, because then Hero should have pulled Guest of Honor in, so then Guest of Honor wouldn't have been able to make the... Oh, he did, you're right, I'm sorry, yeah, there was a no defense first. I apologize to Fordream. That was, obviously he would have done it, that's dumb. So yeah, there's the first... Oh no, we see Box used. So, Guest of Honor is attacking Pilgrimage here, is actually just threatening the break. Yeah, the Fate Worse Than Death was 100% a mistake, right? He must have either, like, glossed over the censure being on, or just glossed over the fact that he had censure, right? Because otherwise there's no reason. So, Neph goes Water at Pilgrimage, uses Box to bow Rumormonger, and then he blows Pilgrimage up. Then he runs into Meditations, so really awkward here. You know, losing your challenger is really unfortunate. Is contesting Fire to honor his Gust of Honor though. But now that his character is gonna get Fire Ringed here, he's not going to be able to. He should double kick this Bonsai. Yeah, there we go. So player on Way of the Scorpion. Now that his character is gonna leave, we're gonna see an activation. Or we're going to see Rumormonger activate and honor the challenger instead of the guest. So Fire Ring had a Fate, I guess? Maybe I would have gone Air and then taken 2 Fate off Fire Ring next turn when the Rumormonger is gone. I think that might have been a better line. Takes 1 Fate from the Fire Ring. Wait, the Water Ring didn't even unbow the challenger because the challenger was... The challenger was pulled off from Fairground. Why did he go Water on his first conflict? Very strange. So we see a charged Nice, and now we see a First Shame coming down. We see Nice pitch his Calling in favors. I think we're waiting on Fordream to see if he wants to use Rumormonger. He does indeed use Rumormonger, and he dishonors Guest of Honor instead of the challenger. Oh, sure, right. It forces the block, but the Rumormonger is gonna. The Rumormonger had what? Oh, I guess the Rumormonger had military left. Okay, I take it back. Water is good then, right? So Water forces the block. I thought the Scorpion might have had political left, so your box is gonna do the work no matter what. But this is fine. We see a break on Meditations. Not the worst thing for Scorpion here. Meditations, while being a very powerful province, is actually the worst province in the Scorpion row. Pretty insane. Kind of like how Manicure Garden is the worst province in the Dragon row. It's just like, oh wow, we see a double Yoshi flip from Neph here with the favor and a Guest 2 Fate sitting on the board. We have a Brash Samurai also. This is such a good flop for Neph. We do see Shoju for Fordream, but definitely in dire straits here. So Neph buys Yoshi one fate. He's gonna pitch the duplicate copy of Yoshi. He should. I think he might buy Brash Samurai now, based on this line. Or he could buy Challenger one fate, and then Challenge Void as his first conflict. Oh, he just takes Passing Fate. Interesting. I might have put one more fate on Yoshi and had a 3-fate Yoshi. I think I would have liked that. I think I would have liked that a little bit more. If Neph can get an honored status on one of his characters here, that's ideal. Because Yoshi, he has 2 Voice of Honors in his hand. Way of the Crane would be a perfect draw here. It was really unfortunate that he didn't play Test of Skill when his Challenger was in play. Test of Skill with Challenger would have seen 4 cards. Interesting that Neph bids 4 here. So, Fordream immediately offsets the honor loss from the 4 to 5 bid. Alright, so we see Neph going in here. Is he going to go air? No, contest earth. Interesting. I don't really like contesting earth when the hand sizes are 12 to 12. You know, this is really risky also, putting Guest of Honor into a conflict with Shoju. Like, I'm always scared. I don't know how it could happen, but I just don't want my Shoju to get killed. Or not my Shoju, my guest to get killed. So, we see Seeker of Void go off. We're probably going to see the pull on Yoshi, and then we can activate Shameful onto Yoshi and Hiroe. Or actually, we'll probably we should box Hiroe first if he doesn't use Shameful Display. We should box Hiroe. And then if he does pull in Yoshi, I would probably activate Shameful and honor Shoju, because then I'd have an honored character to turn those Voice of Honors off. So there's the Harpoon. We should see Box be used here. Box is definitely the correct call here. Box on Hiroe. For people who aren't familiar, Box is an old term from the old game, which refers to the strongholds. So you'll see that in the community a lot. It took me a while to figure it out. Yeah, and that's exactly what we see. We see Shameful Display go off on Shoju and Yoshi. Probably gonna see a Yoshi ditch the favor here. You know, the 1 censure is gone. The Yoshi activation here will be good, right? He can then test his skill, and start chaining his events together. So Shoju can't threaten to kill anyone. So there's a court games to honor Yoshi. We see a fan on Shoju. So Shoju's actually holding this right now by himself. Shoju hasn't activated his ability yet either, so there's 2 more strength. We see the favor being pitched. So we see Test of Skill flips Charge, Voice, Fury. Really good Test of Skill there. 3 very strong events. So Neph has all 3 Voice of Honors in his hand. If he has a Way of the Crane, and then we know he has a Force Shame. Fordream passes. He's still winning. He hasn't activated Shoju yet. So we can see. So another reason that Yoshi sees a lot more, is seen as a lot better than Hotaru at the moment is he has the trait Courtier, and so he has the ability to play Force Shame. And there it is. There is the Force Shame. Yoshi having the Courtier trait instead of Bushi is very, very good. I honestly don't think it would have been too strong if Hotaru was a Courtier. Like, I don't think it would have been that oppressively strong or anything. Her lack of of being able to be charged to double ring is offset then by the fact that she's a Courtier. So that does separate her from Toturi. So we see a second fan come out on Shoju. We know that Neph has multiple, or at least one Let Go in his hand. We see a second Force Shame come and dishonor Shoju. So Shoju's now to dishonor status. If Neph has a way to honor his Yoshi, that would be ideal. As soon as Neph is gonna be breaking here, Fordream's gonna leave with Shoju. The problem is that Shoju's gonna get hit by the Fury that we know Neph has. This is a really rough game for Fordream. That is wild. Neph has 13 cards in his hand and passes. And now we see Hiroi dishonors Yoshi due to this delayed effect. What just happened? We know Neph has Let Go in his hand. What is he saving it for? Okay, so Steward of Law comes down. Maybe he should have played Steward of Law into that. Oh no, Steward of Law into the conflict gets killed by Shoju. Can't play Steward into the conflict. We're gonna see the Steward of Law go ahead and grab this A ring. We know that Neph has a bonsai in his hand, so gonna go ahead and probably attempt to get that bonsai for the break. The Scorpion remaining province is Secret Cache. Contest firing! Wow! Leaving the fate on that ring. I definitely would have gone air here. I would have gone air, and then I would have stolen, and then you could attempt to low bid the Scorpion a little bit more. They have two Dishonor characters in play. Neph plays Bonsai with Kicker. And then we see Shoju show off and debate. Oh, that's why he's going for firing. He's got both Noble Sacks in his hand. Oh, man. Fordream needs to be very, very careful. He cannot let Neph win this firing. Absolutely cannot let Neph win this firing. If Neph wins the firing, he's going to honor Steward of Law. Honor Steward of Law with his... Oh, and he's a second Steward of Law. So he's going to honor Steward of Law, and he's going to Noble Sack and kill Shoju. And that would just be huge, right? You're losing 8 Fate and 2 fans. Yeah, okay, this is good, right? So the debate takes the Steward of Law, and if Fordream has... Yeah, there's the assassination. The honor just went down. Assassinate Steward of Law. Perfect. Oh, man, that would have just been such a blowout if Fordream had lost that firing. So Fordream actually takes favor here. This turn could have gone so poorly for him, but he's actually in a pretty good spot here. He has to be really careful about Brash Samurai with having 2 Noble Sacks in the enemy hand. Oh, perfect. Dissociate Illusionist right on time. We can see Illusionist 1, Illusionist 1. Yeah, Illusionist 1, Illusionist 1. We can see Rumormonger 1 also. That's 9 Fate, can't do that. So yeah, Illusionist 1, Illusionist 1 is probably the best buy here. And then you can go for Void as your first conflict to take the 2 Fate. Fordream even flips the favorable ground here to be able to harpoon and then leave with Hero A. So we see Brash Samurai with 1, Artisan 0. I think Fordream's trying to... Fordream has already passed, I think? Yeah, Fordream passed after buying 1 Illusionist. This might signal he has Kachiko in his hand. With 6 Fate, potentially more. He could go for Air Ring, although Void is probably better. We do see a 2-2 bid here. So we see Hero going in Military Art of Peace, gonna pull in Guest of Honor. We should see a Fury, or we should see some way to bow Hero here, because if he doesn't, the favorable ground is gonna leave. Yeah, you just leave with Hero now. After grabbing the 3 Fate on that Air Ring. Yep, there we go. Reasonably, he could have taken Military Favor here. And with Military Favor, he could have even threatened this conflict. So forging up to 9 Fate here, really well navigated. Pretty insane that that Neph couldn't win the conflict last turn. Alright, so we see the attack on a Seeker Cache. Obviously attacking into Shameful is not what you want to do. Probably going to see an assassin. Yeah, there's the assassination. Yep. Fordream down to 2 honor. But really, he's really safe right now at the moment. You know, he just bids 1. Neph passes. The Void Ring's still on the table. Now here comes the big political attack. This is the dangerous one. Now that Guest of Honor is out of the way, you can't block with Yoshi. Absolutely cannot block Shoju. So Shoju could go break Artifice here if you wanted. And then... Oh no, he can't. There's Fury in Neph's hand. Tough attack here. Maybe this Illusionist will go in. Maybe Illusionist to go into Art of Peace. Shoju's just gonna go in. Probably go in at Art of Peace. You know, if you scout and you hit Shameful Display, it's pretty awkward. But I guess you'd probably be able to kill Yoshi maybe then. Fate Worse Than Death is still live too. Yeah, I don't think Neph can do anything here. He should just stand for favor if he can. But it doesn't look like he's gonna be able to. Oh no, Artisan has 2. Yeah, you should just let this break. Yoshi's gonna get voided here. Or actually, Guess is probably gonna get voided here. Oh, we see a Censure come out to cancel the Fury. Does Neph have the 3rd Fury? Oh no, Neph only has 2 Furies, because he's on 3 Let Goes. So Artifice breaks. Artifice resolves. Shoju is already dishonored. Toshi Illusionist should be used on Shoju. Neph should just stand for the favor. He should not make an attack here. Because he has 5 to 4. And so he'll win favor. And then he'll have Yoshi activation one more time. Especially since I think the bids are going to start dropping here. With both players on very low honor. Interesting. He's going to be making an attack here. I don't like this. You know, an immediate 4 shame on Yoshi here makes this conflict, you know, pretty pointless. You know, Neph could have gotten favor here. We're seeing Neph. So you know, if Neph had taken that charge instead of the Voice of Honor on that Tesla skill, he would have been able to charge the Brass Samurai. I got to get that Noble Sack off. So there's the Fate Worse Than Death on Yoshi. This is another reason not to attack, right? Yoshi just gets killed here. You know, you're attacking the Scorpion, 9 cards in hand with, you know, 5 Fate. So we see Illusionist remove the honor status from Shoju. I think Neph might have just tried to turn the corner Like he tried to close the door too quickly, and Fordream was not ready to die yet. So now Fordream retains favor. Neph's entire board is going to void out here. Shoju, Illusionist, and Hero are going to hang out. Oh no, and we see a Scout and a Challenger flipped. While we see for Fordream, we see Plagiarist actually. Plagiarist being able to copy Fury here is so strong. It also gives him another Courtier and a Shugenja. We could see Fordream by Nice instead, if he needs to get rid of calling in favors. We could see Nice plus Illusionist would be a strong buy. You know, insulating yourself from Dishonored status. All Fordream has to do is not get Dishonored, and I think he's turned the corner. Yeah, hey, what's up? What's up, Sabbath? So, we see Challenger 2 Fate, Illusionist 1 Fate. We see Scout 2 Fate. Probably gonna see Fordream buy this Nice. You know, Neph tried to conserve a lot of Fate last turn, and he didn't put that much Fate onto Yoshi, you know, the previous turn. I don't, you know, I think people just need to put more Fate on their characters. You know, especially against Scorpion, with Fate Worse Than Death. We're gonna see a 1-to-1 bid here. Neph could 3-bid if he wanted to go lower in honor, but it's really risky. Yep, there's the 1-to-1 bid. The Scorpion Stronghold is going to steal, bringing it 3-to-3. Neph is attacking Shameful. Oh, it's with Scout. Takes 1 Fate from the Air Ring instead of... I guess Fate doesn't really matter at this point, because both players just have so much. Yeah, exactly, Corey. Like, you just put Fate on your characters, and then you just outlast your opponent. Like, people were saying, like... People are just complaining, you know, about Crab keeping their characters around. If you just put Fate on your characters, they also don't leave. That's actually a good. That's a good purple card, Noman. One of the few. Border Rider. Border Rider is a good dynasty card, like a very good dynasty card. Oh, this is so. All right, so here's what happened. So Neph attacked Shameful Display. Fordream blocks with Hero 8. Hero 8 pulls Challenger. Challenger has to then leave, and if Neph loses, Challenger becomes Dishonored. I mean, the card's strength and value doesn't change based on what clan it is, right? Like the card's stats and ability are just insane. Just because the rest of the clan is bad doesn't make that card bad. It makes the deck that it's in worse. Like, you know, if that went into a different deck, that it would make the deck better. You know, but you know, it being in Unicorn doesn't make the deck good. But that card is still very, very good. We see Charge on Plagiarist here. Plagiarist is going to copy Fury. So you copy Fury. Hero has already pulled Challenger. Fableground has left with Challenger. And then you're going to win this conflict. And then you're going to Dishonor Challenger. So we see a Way of the Crane. And then we immediately see a Illusionist pay a fate to remove the Way of the Crane. Or sorry, the honor status. Corey, just play Finger of Jade like or Above Question like Demagogue was playing, and then 3-fate your Border Riders. 3-fate meta. Suit that guy up. Yeah, Corey, Demagogue's Unicorn deck is very good. It's actually very good against Scorpion, too. The Unicorn Crane deck, where you just put a million fate on your guys, hit them with Above Question and Finger of Jade, and, like, a million attachments, and just, like, run around. Duelist training on Motojuro is nice. So, we see a Bonsai here after the charge comes out. So this means that Plagiarist can copy Bonsai now. Like, I think if you play Demagogue's list, you could easily win with Unicorn in your local scene. Like, I think that deck, especially people who haven't played against it, you know, like your Demagogue said the worst matchup is Dragon, but I think you're a good enough player that you could probably still win. And then also he's just saying like Crab, you just run them over. I'm not as convinced against Crab, but we'll see. Demagogue, it's Gordy. It's on season 4 bracket. It's the list that he played against me. So, we see Fate worse than Neph on Cautious Scout. Interesting. Probably gonna see Void here if I had to guess. You could Void the Scout. And then we're gonna see an unopposed here. Look, I'm all for it, Noman. I mean, I think Neph might die here with 8 Fate in his hand. Or, I mean, in his pool. It does as Turun, but it's the same way. It's the same thing with Dragon, that you can just sometimes overload the district, and just blow it up. Noman, two rivals two rivals have been sniped, I think. Oh, sorry, one rival has been sniped. One rival, double steward. I think actually he does have one rival. Runs into Shameful Display, really unfortunate. So Shameful Display activates. Probably gonna see this plagiarist copy Bonsai. Contesting the Water Ring, actually. Threatens to ready the plagiarist. This is leaving him susceptible to political void, though. And even if he defends it, but doesn't take the UO, and he loses the ring, he'll get his scout voided, and then he'll be on 1 facing Shoju and first player air ring. I don't like his chances. Especially with Sinister Soshi in the row, you can just buy Soshi 0 and then threaten to kill people. This has been a really good turnaround by Fordream. You know, he weathered the Guest of Honor storm, and he's been able to kind of just ride it out. Political skill of 15. This should be void. Oh, he goes fire. I guess. I like going void here, voiding off the scout, and then threatening to kill, or threatening to kill with airing. I think that's actually 100% correct. Because I just don't think there's any way that Crane can stand against a political attack from Shoju plus anything else. Especially with Shameful being broken. Shameful's your best defensive province. The other two provinces actually just don't help in the defense. We see the Illusionist remove the status from Heroaway. Political Void also threatens, like, Neph has to play something. If Neph has a rival here, he should just play it so he doesn't take it unopposed. Look, dude, he's just using it so he doesn't forget. I think it's reasonable. Plagiarist does not. I do not believe plagiarist has been used. Which, if he did have a chance to use it, he should have copied. Bonsai was the first available opportunity, and we do not see it being used. So currently, it can copy Way of the Crane, and now can copy Voice of Honor. Voice of Honor cancels Spies at Court. So Neph goes to 1. If Fordream had just done Void, he would have won right here. Not sure on the fire ring choice. Oh, this is a perfect draw from Fordream here. Oh, the manipulator is sick too, right? So he can 2-bid. So he can get the 2-to-1 bid, right? Automatically, you're gonna get the extra card because he's gonna go for the win this turn. And then if Neph tries to 2-bid him to like level him, I guess, or no, that's suicide. Never mind. You can play the manipulator and then try and level him by 1-bidding. If both players 1-bid, you get to 2 and get your card. And then if Neph 2-bids, he loses. We do see Guest of Honor show up, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. With Yunako's illusion or Sinister Soshi, a liar, and a manipulator, I think a political attack is just going to kill Neph here. Political air. I don't think at some point if he gets enough political skill, he might be able to survive with Asami. But I don't think it's going to be enough, especially if Fordream has Cloud the Mind here. If he has Cloud on Guest, oh no, wait, Neph has at least one let go in his hand. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe you don't 2-bid and you just go with the cards in your hand and protect yourself with, you know, not worry about it. Oh wait, if Fordream has Kachiko here, I think the game is over. Both players bid 1. Like, I think if you Kachiko and then you just go political air, I don't think there's anything that Kraken can do. You just kick Guest of Honor out then. You just tell her to be gone. And then once Guest is out of the conflict, you get to play cards. Fury's gonna... He doesn't have any Furies anymore. He's down to Stewart. Oh, we see a Pathfinder's Blade. Pathfinder's Blade is... Oh, even against Kachiko? I don't think so, right? So if you wave the crane on Doji Hotaru, that gives you the most stats of 9, 12, 16, you know, 19 versus 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 18, 19? 19 to 3, 7, 10. Yeah, it'd be 19 to 19 favor. Wait, he left his liar home. Is that a mistake? What? Why would you leave your liar home? It's gotta be a mistake, right? Like if you deselect the ring. Obviously, I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. It's a ring deselection. Yeah. So he clicked the air ring. He clicked the air ring too many times. So you box Yunako here, right? You box Yunako first. But Yunako can swap Guest of Honor for a 3-point... Guest of Honor or Hotaru can be swapped for 3-point swings. Actually, you can swap Guest of Honor and just kill Guest of Honor, right? So if you showed you Guest of Honor first action showed you Guest of Honor, then you Yunako flip Guest of Honor, Guest of Honor will die, and then you'll be able to play cards. I think that Neph might just be dead. He'll lose another character to Shoju plus Soshi activation. What do you mean? What do you mean, why does that make him dead? Right, Shoju activates on Guest of Honor, becomes a 1/3, Yunako swaps? We'll see. Well, that depends. If Fordream has any way to dishonor one of Neph's characters, then he can just kill it with Shoju and immediately win, right? So it is. Yeah, no. I think Noman's not arguing that it's dead. Yeah, so you kill Guest first. So even if Asami, you click Asami gets cancelled by box. Asami gets cancelled by Scorpion box. Who cares if he uses Asami? Right. So Asami steals and then you steal immediately back and then you lose. So first action. Yeah, exactly. This is why drawing 2 was the wrong line from me. So first action is you Shoju Guest of Honor. See how Neph reacts. And then you swap. Yes, I believe Fordream should just win the video game here. Outwit sends Yunako home. That's pretty dope. So he's just gonna go and kill Asami, it looks like. But I don't know why you want to kill Asami. Asami's just gonna gets cancelled by box. Widwin bringing country into this. I believe both players are from the United States. Widwin. Look, we don't need to start any turf wars here. So, Illusionist gets bowed by box. Asami got killed by Sinister Soshi plus Shoju. Oh, sure. That's fair. Shoju reduces Guest of Honor's skill. Neph is still losing this conflict. He needs to get 2 more skills somehow. 2 more skill that's not an honored status. An honored status will get removed by this illusionist. Yep. Oh no, Neph. Oh, there's another let go. Yeah, let go on fan. Cool. So Neph survives for 1 more day. Well, illusionist was already used? Oh, okay, that's my bad. I missed that. Oh, yeah, so we had the court games on Asami. Okay, yep. You're right. I missed that. The thing right now is, though, that Outwit, while it saved him in that conflict, it doesn't save him from this other conflict, right? So... I think the correct answer is to pray Widwin. Okay, wait, I got this, right? So it's Millfire. So it's gotta be Millfire, right? That's the only way to get you have to get rid of your dishonor status. Then it has to be Millfire into Secret Cache, by the way. Then you have to have a Steward of Law, and then you have to first shame the Yunako and hope that works. Right? Like, I think that's the only way. That's the way to do it. Oh wait, it's Scout. You can actually, you don't have to, yeah, you should attack Secret Cache, because then the Scout will blank Secret Cache. Okay. Potato, I think there's only 2 in the bin. 1, 2. Oh, there are 3 in the bin. You are correct. So, yikes. That's all I gotta say to that is yikes. No, Nightcrawlers. Absolutely not. Arena is not for me. Yes, I'm with Widwin. I will draft an Arena, depending on what the system is. I will absolutely draft an Arena. I am not hyped for just playing Ixalan block constructed. That does not sound. That does not sound and has not been fun. Oh, is it in 2 weeks? Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm in the beta. So if you know, when it comes, I'll definitely be trying that out. That obviously, you know, I have no interest in playing Ixalan block constructed. But I have a lot of interest in drafting Dominaria. Yeah, but I just don't have any interest in playing Standard either. But draft. If they have Dominaria draft on there, I'm in. I'm in to try that out for sure. Dominaria looks wonderful. I'm going to the pre-release tomorrow. It's gonna be on Magic Online tomorrow. Going to, start practicing for the Team Sealed. That's gonna be in a week. And so, should be absolutely a blast. The format looks great, very, very, it's got a lot of very flavorful cards. It doesn't look like... What? Creatures are bad in this set? Creatures are pretty good. Wizards doesn't, or Magic doesn't print bad creatures anymore. Like, in the older draft formats, after pick 8, you just have filler cards. Like, and just be playing vanilla 5-mana 3/3 ground creature. Like, they made Kavu Titan an uncommon in the set. Come on, man. And they gave it Vigilance. And Kavu Titan was one of the best creatures of Invasion. They're not. They're really not, right? Like, blue has a Windrake that turns into Aaron Ephemeron. Like, you have a lot of 3-mana 3/2s that die into the 3-mana 3/2 that dies into something out of black. Red has multiple creatures. The format is perfectly fine. I'm totally fine if I would not say really weak. So Fordream does not defend. Fordream loses the 1 for unopposed here. Neph makes him discard for shame. What is the defense here? He didn't do Water Ring. I'm very confused. Isn't he dead here? Am I missing something? Oh, Fordream has to attack the other province. No, he only has 2 Furies. No Furies. No, there's no Furies. He's on 3 Lyco, 2 Fury. And there's the GG. Wait, he just committed Sudoku. Why not go for Water Ring? I guess the Dishonor status kills him also. Yeah, there was just like no. Neph just draws 5 cards. He's like, oh, what would have happened? Yep, really well played by Fordream to make that comeback. What, the combat tricks are the combat tricks are definitely worse in this format than in like Ixalan. I love grind formats. Like, I'm totally ready. I like the grindier a limited format is, the higher chance you have to outplay someone. Right, so in limited, games that are decided by just like slam dunk rares that like when you play them just win the game on the spot, or you know, are so warping that those games aren't fun to me, right? Like, I would prefer to play a really back and forth with both players playing combat tricks, you know, leveraging their board, making, you know, trying to get incremental value, you know, and then closing it out. That's better to me. Like, I love those formats. Like, I loved Kamigawa Block Draft, even though there were some really bonkers rares in that format. No problem, Lambert's Haspy. I believe we're going to be streaming with Noman's game here. So, yeah, Kamigawa Block Draft was triple champions. Triple champions. The rest of Kamigawa Block, not so much. Betrayers, okay. Saviors, can do without. Alright, so I'm just gonna stop the stream and then restart it.